Hello, students. How are you all? Now, we are going to complete the chapter number 6, Town Traders and Craft Persons, by covering the last paragraph of the chapter. By far, we have learned about what are administrative towns, what are temple towns, and what are pilgrimage centers. We have also learned about various distinctive places like Hampi, Masulipatanam, and Surat, their decline, how they came into power and how slowly they declined with their power. Now we are going to continue learning about new towns. Let's start. Students, you remember which type of a work is done on this copper metal? Can you remind me which from where these runes belongs to? Students, can you tell me which place is known as gateway to Mecca and which place is also known as Machilipattanam? So let us begin with new towns and traders. In the 16th and the 17th century, European countries were searching for spices and textile, which had become popular both in Europe and West Asia. The English, Dutch, and French formed East India companies in order to expand their commercial activities in the East. Initially, great Indian traders like Mullah Abdul Ghaffur and Virji Vora, who owned a large number of ships, competed with them. However, the European companies used their naval power to gain control of the sea trade and forced Indian traders to work as their agents. Ultimately, the English emerged as most successful commercial and political power in the subcontinent. Now, as this paragraph tells us that during the time of 16th and 17th century, यूरोपियन कंट्रीज़ का बहुत ज़्यादा पावर बढ़ता जा रहा था इंडिया में. कई सारे इंडियन ट्रेडर्स थे जिन्होंने उन्हें रोकने की बहुत कोशिश की, बट अल्टीमेटली द नेवल पावर ऑफ द यूरोपियन कंट्री वॉज मच हायर देन द इंडियन ट्रेडर्स, एंड दैट्स वाई दे कुड रूल फॉर मच लॉन्गर टाइम इन इंडिया एंड दे कुड डिफीट द इंडियन नेवल traders. Now, the spurt in demand for goods like textile led to a great expansion of the crafts of spinning, weaving, bleaching, dyeing, etc. with more and more people. Spurt means the increase in demand. Taking them up, Indian textile design became increasingly refined. However, this period also saw the decline of independence of craft persons. They now began to work on a system of advances, which meant that they had to weave cloth which was already promised to European agents. Weavers no longer had the liberty of selling their own cloth or weaving their own patterns. They had to produce the design supplied to them by the company agents. Textile, Indian textile, इसके बारे में हम कई बार पहले भी डिस्कस कर चुके हैं. And in the same chapter also we have discussed that the demand of the Indian textile was much higher in European markets, in many of the other countries, in the Asian markets also. But after the arrival of the European countries in India, that is British, the Indian craft person have seen the decline. Why? Why? Because they had to now fulfill the demand made by the others. Earlier they were independent. वो जैसा चाहते थे वैसी designs बनाते थे, वैसे colors करते थे, and they were like free with their crafting. But now they had to follow the orders from the European traders. That is because the demand which was coming from the European traders was good and they have to fulfill it. अगर वो fulfill नहीं करते हैं, so then they have to face the repercussions. So ultimately what has happened, that the crafting industry was declining. On top of that, the ready-made mill-made products, जो फैक्ट्री से बन के प्रोडक्ट आते हैं, वो आने शुरू हो गए थे इंडिया में, राइट? ये भी मैंने आपको पहले थोड़ा सा बताया इसके बारे में. सो ये कंपटीशन इंडियन क्राफ्ट पर्सन झेल नहीं पाए और जिसकी वजह से कई सारे क्राफ्टिंग इंडस्ट्रीज बंद होने लगी थी. The 18th century saw the rise of Bombay, Calcutta and Madras, which are nodal cities today. Craft and commerce underwent major changes as merchants and artisans such as weavers were moved into the black towns established by the European companies within these new cities. अब इन new cities में Bombay, Calcutta and Madras में they started creating the apartheid system. Apartheid system क्या था? आपको याद होगा ना, साउथ अफ्रीका में the same pattern they started following in India also, and in these places they have created the places for themselves, European city, European places, European markets and European residents, and opposite to that Indian places, Indian markets and Indian residents. So ये clear distinction उन्होंने करना शुरू कर दिया था. The blacks or native traders with craft persons were confined here while the white rulers occupied the superior residence of Fort St. George in Madras or Fort St. William in Calcutta. The story of craft and commerce in the 18th century will be taken up next year in the class 8. So you don't have to forget this story, that what has happened to these Indian traders and how come their trade was so much in demand has come to end. So we will be learning about that in detail next year. Now students, here you can see the images of the Indian market. You can see that there are pelicans and people roaming around in the market. Now here Vasco da Gama and Christopher Columbus, their discoveries, you already know that what they have done for the European markets. This you can read for yourself and ask me your doubt if you have any. Thank you so much. That's the end of the chapter. We'll be discussing any doubts and difficulties with you on the WhatsApp group, or you can comment in the comment box. Thank you so much. Have a nice day and a safe day.